Hey everybody, this is Anna Michelson from AnnaMichelson.com, and I know I've been missing in action a little bit recently, but I've been rethinking things, and I decided, as I said once before, that I'm really only going to post right now when I feel very inspired to post. And last night I felt inspired to post, but it was really late at night. I was ready in my pajamas, so I decided to wait till this morning. So here I am this morning posting to you. Now, what I'm post to you about is another great tip for manifestation. As you all know, that's one of my really big passions, how to manifest the things in your life that you want to manifest, because I think that so many people would be happier if they were actually able to start manifesting things they want to manifest, instead of just manifesting by default. Now, this goes back, to I read many books about manifesting, and many of them say, like, let's say you want to manifest a soulmate. So they tell you, if you have things from your former boyfriends, throw them out, because you want to clear the space and you want to clear the area and in your heart, in your mind, in your house, everything, for the new person to come in. But I have a little bit of a quip with that, and the reason why is this, all right? Last night I did a meditation with Jeffrey Allen, where he took us to what he calls the Akashic Records, or that area where you're connected to all consciousness and you can have any answer you want. Now, to be honest, when I was in the meditation, I did not actually feel anything. But afterwards, when I came out, suddenly I got some sort of insights, which not sure I would have had otherwise. Maybe yes, maybe not, I don't know. But it certainly felt like it was connected to there. And one of the insights that I got, and something that I knew beforehand, but just brought it out much stronger, is that the idea of manifesting is you have to put yourself in a place where you actually feel the feeling. Okay? It's not enough to say, I want more money, if what you're focusing on is the lack of money. So if you had a time in your life when you had lots of money, and you focused on that time, went into the feeling of having lots of money, and from that place said, I want money, it would be totally different. Because when you're doing it from that place, you're doing it from a place where you actually had money. You actually had the real feeling of what it meant to have money. And so going into there, you're no longer having that wobble of, I want it, but I want it because I don't have it. I want it, but I want it because I don't have it. You're going to the place of, you want it because you feel the feeling of what it is to have it, and you just want more of that feeling. So it's a very different place. So one of the things I learned from Abraham Hicks is, when you want something specific, and you have something like it, but not necessarily what you necessarily want, what you do is you write down positive aspects of that thing. Now, what's the point of writing down those positive aspects? It's actually twofold. The first part of it is when you're writing down those positive aspects, you are focusing on the good things. And as you focus on the good things, you're going to bring more good things. If you focus on the bad things and you say, well, I don't want this because of this, I don't want it because of that, I don't want it because of that, the universe is actually hearing that that's what you want, because that's what you're focusing on. That's the feeling. You're saying, I don't want it, and you're feeling those bad feelings about having it, and the universe goes by your feeling, not by what you're saying, and it says, oh, that's what you're feeling? You want more of it? Great, I'll give you more. Have some more. Come on, have some more. But if you instead go to the good things about it, then you're able to focus on the good, and the good will grow. The universe will say, oh, those are the good things you want. Great, I'll give you more of those good things. I'll give you more of those good things. I'll give you more of those good things. And before you know it, your whole life looks like everything is good in it. Now, let me give you a little bit of an example from my own personal life, okay? For those of you who know, I am divorced. I was married for 16 years. Before I got married, one of the things that really attracted me to my husband was the fact that he was very playful. Now, I still remember, clear as day, we took this trip up to the Hermon to go skiing. The skiing never actually came out really, as real skiing, but that's okay. But I remember that the trip on the train that we took, we were sitting over there acting really silly and really playful. Now, people around us probably were pretty upset because they probably wanted a nice, quiet ride, but that's okay. We were having a good time. And I can go into there and think about how wonderful it was to have that playfulness, to have that fun interaction with somebody else. And I still remember it now. Now, my husband, ex-husband is remarried, happily remarried to a lovely woman, and I wish them all the happiness in the world. They should, live a long life happily together. But that doesn't mean that I can't use that good feeling that I had with him to then bring it into the next relationship that I want to have. So if you have gifts that were given to you by, let's say boyfriends that you've already broken up with, you're not with them anymore, but you still have the gifts, instead of going and necessarily throwing those things out to clear the space so that you have space to put new things in, if you can connect with the feeling that you had when you were given those things, then use it. Because those feelings are the most powerful ways to manifest what you want. Write down a list of all the positive aspects of that person, of all the positive aspects of the house that you want to replace, the positive aspects of all the car that you want to replace, because those are the things that you want to bring into the next relationship, and you already have the feeling for it. You remember the feeling that you had when you first got it. I remember when I first bought my house, it was a little 2-room house, but I wanted a house with a garden, and I worked for it, and I only looked at the houses with the gardens, and I finally found one. We finally found one that was, within the right price range, and we bought it. I remember that amazing feeling, and everyone else, I remember my grandmother walked into the house and said, "Where do you live?" But for me, it was a castle. It was amazing. And now it really is a castle. It's 8 rooms, and we have enough room for everybody in the house. And now with the lockdown, everyone had their space. No one was on top of each other. So it was great. And I so appreciate the house. So even if I want to move to another house that maybe is in a better area, a better place, still I would sit there and I would write all the positive aspects, all the things that I really loved about this house, because those are the things I want to bring over to the next house that I would get. And about my car, there's lots of things I love about my car. So I'd write those things down, all the positive aspects of my car, so that when I'm looking for a new car, I'd be getting it. Now, let's remember one other thing over here, okay? When you're talking about, let's say, an old boyfriend who gave you presents, and you say, but they're painful memories when I go back to those gifts because they remind me of bad things that he did. If you keep in mind that, now I might be a little bit of a Pollyanna over here, but that's okay, because I believe in Pollyanna, and I believe it's a good thing to believe in Pollyanna. But let's say you can say to yourself, everyone is doing the best they can at the moment that they are doing it. Most people are not pre-planning to hurt you. They're not pre-planning to make you feel angry, sad, hurt, or anything else. They really are doing the best they can. The same way that when you're living in a house and suddenly the roof starts leaking, the house did not premeditate to make your life miserable. It didn't premeditate to make you work all night clearing out the, your basement or your living room or your bedroom or wherever it is that it was leaking because it was raining all night long. You have to now clear it all out. It was just being a house. That's what houses do sometimes. They get leaks and you have to fix it, and that's just part of being a house. Now, my take is that people as well, when people hurt you, they're not trying to hurt you. They're not premeditating to hurt you. It's what they have inside of them, and they can't give out anything that they don't have inside of them. That's just a law of nature. The same way that when you take an orange and you squeeze it, the only thing that's going to come out of there is orange juice. You're not going to get apple juice. You're not going to get grapefruit juice. You're not going to get anything else. You're only going to get the orange juice. People have things inside of them, and they have to get it out, and they can only get out what they have inside. But if you don't feel it inside of you, then it won't hurt you. It won't harm you. You won't feel it. Now, I do admit you have to do a lot of inner work to get there, but it's really worth that inner work. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this Facebook Live. Hope you got some insights from it about your own life. I hope you have all a great day. I'm enjoying a little break in the rain. We've had rain all night long, but I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. This is my favorite weather. So take care, and good morning, Yom Tov. Hope you're doing well. Have a great day. Bye-bye.